On the news tonight, Cross River State Government flags off NG Cares program, distributes boat to fishermen and 2 billion naira grants to poor and vulnerable persons in the riverine areas. Plus, Cross River State House of Assembly calls for urgent investigation on the disappearance of a Cross Riverian Dorcas Ojong, core member serving in Oka, Anambra State. Details shortly. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the news. I am Uduak Etam. The Cross River State Government is demonstrating commitment towards achieving food security and enhancing productivity with the distribution of boats to fishermen and 2 billion naira as grants to the poor and vulnerable persons in the riverine areas. Governor Tu, represented by his deputy Peter Ode, says the gesture is in fulfillment of his campaign promise to impact the people positively. Justina Etham reports.
Part of the focus of Governor Tu People First agenda is to empower the people with sustainable means of livelihood, thereby lifting them out of poverty. Hence, the flag-off of this COVID-19 Action Recovery and Economic Stimulus Program, tagged NG Cares, beginning with distribution of 100 units of fishing commercial boats to fishermen, which the governor describes as an inclusive growth strategy targeted at removal of economic emancipation barriers, is in line with the agenda.
It is now time for Cross River State Government to also support those whose occupation is to harvest the marine resources by reason of their nearness to water. It is to reduce the labor of our fishermen and hand paddling canoe to go fishing and accident to ferry people across river. It is time to put smiles on the faces of our people who take care of our nutritional need.
They represent our dedication to empowering our farmers and fishermen, ensuring they have the food and resources to thrive well. As Your Excellency commission and distribute these fishing boats, you are not only providing a means for better livelihood, but also reinforcing your commitment to sustained development.
Full of appreciation to the state government, beneficiaries described the gesture as life-transforming, promising to utilize the items to improve their income.
I want to say thank you to the government. We've never seen this kind of government before. This is the best of all of them. We say, God bless you.
Beneficiary from NG Cares, Public Work Fair. I want to applaud NG Cares. They are the best!
The initiative, supported by FADAMA and other donor agencies, is to expand access to livelihood support and food security services. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Cross River State Government says it will support the National Women Economic Emancipation Policy while calling on the federal government to take into consideration the different soil topography of the state to improve crop cultivation and yields. Governor Basio Tu, represented by the Commissioner for Agriculture and Irrigation, Johnson Ebekpo, said this at the flag-off of the investigation of the National Women Economic Emancipation Policy, known as End from the Farm. Justina Etham tells us more.
Statistics reveal that 60% of women in Nigeria live in abject poverty. But the federal government is poised to address this challenge through the agricultural project End from the Soil. Cross River State government applauds the initiative, informing that plans are already on ground to embrace commercial agriculture, as medium tractors have been procured for distribution to smallholder farmers, mostly women, to scale up food production.
The focus of this administration as it concerns agriculture, the policy thrust is clear. Put our people in the money system. And how can we do that? It is only when we begin to embrace commercial agriculture. And that is the direction we are taking. What are the barriers? The barrier is the topography, the ecology, the terrain. We have a lot of forest. And so what are we doing? As we speak, we are clearing forest. What works now? We are looking at those crops that can put money in people's pockets now, that are not beyond 3 months. And so we've come up with an arable crop development program.
Earlier, while flagging off the project, the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement, South-South, Gifts John Bull, says the project will create a comprehensive ecosystem for women's economic participation in a climate-smart agriculture.
This initiative is designed to empower women and youth economically by leveraging on our region's agricultural potential. We will provide training in modern farming techniques, facilitate access to resources and new markets, and promote value chain integration.
Wife of the Cross River State Governor, represented at the event, highlights some of her projects aimed at improving the lives of women.
Empowered as low as the waterleaf farmers. These are a group of individuals who put food on our table on a daily basis. The kind of food that nourishes our systems and provide healing for those who know the usefulness of waterleaf. But nobody has remembered them. But our mother, who understands the health and the well-being of everyone, who have chosen to carry everyone along.
The project is expected to commence in Cross River State with 6 commodities, while beneficiaries will be grouped in clusters, as 25 cooperatives have already been registered to facilitate access to funds. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
A break now. The news continues shortly. Stay with us.
This is Two Smile Hotel and Suite, giving you the best of hospitalities under a well-secured environment with reliable power supply. Come, savor the aura of royal treatment. Let's pamper you for a while with exotic drinks from our exquisite bar, continental and African dishes in our homely restaurant, classy and spacious rooms ensuing lasting comfort. We've got the luxury hosting you and your guests in Queensley Conferencing. Truly an indelible impression. To Smile, exclusive access to unique experience.
Are you looking for a secured environment with good parking space and a natural ambience? Then look no further. Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground has got you covered for marriages, parties, and all kinds of events. Have an event at Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground, you stand a chance to get a discounted rate for your event coverage. For bookings, please call Jane 0806 353 3069. Celebrate your events at Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground. Nta Calabar, the station for the people.
Welcome back and thanks for being there. Following the disappearance of Wondaka Sojong, an indigene of Akamkpa local government area in Cross River State, and a core member serving in Oka, Anambra State, The Cross River State House of Assembly is calling on the state government through the Office of Attorney General of the state to mandate the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) to produce the missing corps member. The House, during plenary, adopted a resolution seeking for an urgent investigation on the missing corps member in Awka. The report. Corps members are under the protection of the federal government through the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC), and safety of their lives throughout 1 year of compulsory service to the nation is the responsibility of the scheme. A case of Dorcas Paul Ojong, an Akampa indigene and a youth corps member who served in Awka, Anambra State, is different as she got missing. A motion brought before the Cross River State House of Assembly by member representing Akampa 1 State Constituency, Okonowuna, called on the state government to urgently investigate mysterious disappearance of the corps member who was last seen on the 18th of February 2024 by her landlady as she was going to her place of primary assignment at Federal Ministry of Health, Awka.
Anambra State government had not done any effort, even the federal government of Nigeria and the NYSC, to trace the whereabouts of Dorcas Paul Ojong. So he called for consent. Based on that premise, Cross River State government, through the Office of the Attorney General, to write to the NYSC at the national level and the NYSC as Anambra State, and also calling on the security agencies in the country, in the state, to thoroughly interrogate and investigate the case of a missing cross-Riverian who went on NYSC in Anambra State.
Lawmakers bemoaned the situation and called for urgent investigation.
Apart from the fact that the victim is an indigene of Cross River, she's also a product of the nation, given the fact that she's on the youth service. So to me, it's a red alert, and which ought to be given necessary attention.
This is the people's paradise, Cross River State. We are headed by the people's government, and we are supported, and he is supported by the people's assembly. We must act, not just speak.
Motion calling on the state government to urgently investigate the mysterious disappearance of Dorcas Paul Ojong, an Akampa indigene, and a youth corps member serving in Anambra State. Those in support? Aye. Those against? The ayes have it, the prayer has become the resolution of the House.
Dorcas Paul Ojong, a graduate of College of Health Technology, Calabar, was a Batch A Stream 2 2023 corps member who was supposed to end her service year in March 2024. In Calabar, Uduak Etam, NTA News. That is part of our news. Thanks for watching. I am Uduak Etam.